Fixing a house isn't cheap, but homeowners in Crystal can fix up their house for less. That's thanks to a program that's been around for years, but you may not know about.
The weather is cooling down. So is construction season. Yet at Joanne Segner's house,
I'm excited.
work has just begun.
They're original to the house, so they're 50 plus years old. 60 years old, probably.
Starting with brand new windows.
So it has the original windows. In the wintertime, they frost up quite badly.
Windows and siding are a hefty expense. It's one Segner didn't take lightly.
I don't really get a lot of new things. I mean, I've saved the money and I'm spending it, and I hope everything turns out really, really good.
But a weight was lifted off her pocketbook thanks to a Crystal Home Improvement Grant. Homeowners can get 20% of their projects covered.
It roughly comes to $8,000 that I can use towards the windows and the siding. And $8,000 for me, who doesn't have a lot of money, is a big deal.
Putting in a new driveway.
Community Development Director John Sutter says most of the city's housing was built around the same time, and it started to wear out at the same time.
It was especially important to preserve affordability by preserving that housing.
This project's been in place since the 1990s. There is an income cap, but Sutter says most households qualify.
We definitely think it has helped maintain Crystal's housing and its neighborhoods.
And above all, for Segner,
Been here 45 years with this color, so.
it's a welcome change.
The grants are funded by income taxes and tax increment financing. You can learn more about the grant program at ccxmedia.org. Coming up this week, a significant milestone for a New Hope nonprofit that works to resolve conflict. This weekend in Newsmakers, Rusty Ray sits down with the Executive Director of Community Mediation and Restorative Services.
So when you explain to somebody what Community Mediation Restorative Services is, what's the best way to explain it?
Well, every community has conflict and harm, and every community has those people who are the peacemakers in our community, the people where conversations go better because they're in the room and they're in the space. And what we do is we're a matchmaker. We bring together people who are at some kind of impasse, maybe they're in conflict, maybe they've been harmed, maybe they've caused harm, and we bring them together with people who are trained in mediation restorative so that they can find a way to address and move on with their lives.
In one particular way you do this, among the many other aspects of what you all do, is with housing needs, or is it housing disputes? Is that one way to kind of enter into this? And that was even more into focus with the challenges of COVID, right?
Right. We do a lot with our mediation services in the area of rental housing. So often a dispute between a landlord and a renter, or a renter and a neighbor, is about communication and lack of resources. And we have a court system and an eviction process that removes people, but everybody loses when eviction is the go-to method. Our communities are less stable when we have higher eviction rates. Individual renters lose their housing, and landlords lock in their financial losses because they can't get money if they've already evicted somebody. So we're trying to address it with mediation and navigation services so people can open up those lines of communication, figure out a solution, access the resources in a timely fashion. So we're offering a different way of framing what a conflict is with rental housing and addressing that. And during the pandemic, it was already a crisis prior to the pandemic, and during the pandemic, it just exploded. There was an eviction moratorium in place. We needed people to be talking to each other, still finding ways of making rent payments, still having conversations between their landlords and the renters. And CMRS is an established nonprofit organization in our community. We ended up supporting 21 other nonprofit organizations so that those federal COVID dollars could get into the diverse communities in Northwest Hennepin.
40th anniversary coming up, and you're having an event on October 5th. Tell us about that.
Yes, thanks for letting me talk about that. So we are celebrating this milestone. We're inviting people to come and celebrate with us. And it's at Brookview Golf Course in Golden Valley on October 5th from 4:30 to 7:30. People can purchase tickets on our website, and we also have people that would like to support us, but they aren't going to be able to attend, and they're purchasing a ticket and donating it to one of our volunteers. We're hoping to launch this new CMRS Bridge Builders volunteer opportunity at that evening, and just pat everybody on the back and say thank you to the community for helping us be here 40 years later, and to launch the next 40 years of CMRS.
Sounds wonderful. Beth
Yeah.
Bailey, thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Again, the 40th anniversary celebration of CMRS is Thursday, October 5th. We'll have more information for you at ccxmedia.org. Now that October is here, it's a perfect time to enjoy fall colors, and you don't have to travel far to find them. Photojournalist Justin Scholl captured the sights at Fish Lake Regional Park. Take a look.